Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is your host, Mr. T, and I'll be presenting to you another video under the series Algebra of Grade 10. In this specific video, as you can see, we're going to be looking at a sum and the differences of two cubes. So let's get straight into it. We're required to factorize the following. We're given a to the power 3 minus b to the power 3, which is obviously a differences of two cubes. So looking at any differences of two cubes, we need to know from theory that upon factorizing, we always get two brackets, one of which is a binomial and the other which is a trinomial. Let's start with the binomial part. From that difference of two cubes, we're going to get a minus b from the binomial part. But how did we get those terms? If we say the cube root of a to the power 3, we get a. The cube root of b to the power 3, we get b. We maintain the sign that we started with, which is that negative. We maintain it in the binomial. Then from the trinomial, we're going to get a to the power 2 plus ab plus b squared. Question is, how did we get those terms again? If we look at them carefully, the a squared, we got it as a result of saying a to the power 3 divided by that a, we get a to the power 2. Then the last term b to the power 2, we say the last term from the binomial, which is b to the power 3 divided by b, and that gives us b to the power 2. The middle term, we got it through multiplying the a and the b. If we multiply a and the b from the binomial, we get our ab. The sign that we've got in front of that middle term, the plus sign, it's always the opposite sign to whatever you started with in the binomial. But just to prove it to you using a simple mathematical proof, let's consider 8 minus 1, which we know gives us 7 as an answer. I've specifically chosen that one because 8 is a perfect cube and 1 is a perfect cube. So we're going to break it down and rewrite 8 as 2 to the power 3 minus 1 to the power 3. And applying the same approach where we're going to get a binomial and a trinomial, the binomial part will be 2 minus 1. And the trinomial part will be 2 to the power 2 plus 2 times 1 plus 1 to the power 2. Simplifying that, from the binomial we get 1, and from the trinomial we get 4 plus 2 plus 1. Simplifying the other bracket, we're going to get 1 plus 1 times 7, giving us the final answer of 7, which is consistent with what we expect. So it means that this approach here always works. So let's look at another question. We're given 8x to the power 3 plus 27y to the power 3, which is a sum of two cubes. Same approach, from the binomial, we're going to get 2x plus 3y. And in the trinomial, we're going to get 4x to the power 2 minus 6xy plus 9y to the power 2 as our final answer. We move on to the next question. We're given a to the power 6 over 27 minus 8b to the power 3. Factorizing that, the binomial will give us a squared over 3 minus 2b. The trinomial part will give us a to the power 4 over 9 plus 2a squared b over 3 plus 4b to the power 2 as our final answer. Finally, let's look at the last question. You are given x to the power 6 minus y to the power 6. You will notice here that you could work with the differences of two squares. So you can have x to the power 3 plus y to the power 3 and x to the power 3 minus y to the power 3, which is a differences of two squares. But if you look at the brackets that we now have critically, they are both a sum of two cubes and the differences of two cubes. So let's start with the sum of two cubes, which is the green bracket. We need to expand it to give rise to a binomial and a trinomial, and we're going to get x plus y, and we're going to get x squared minus xy plus y squared, representing the first combination. From the orange differences of two cubes, we're going to get x minus y, and we get x squared plus xy plus y squared. Then removing the square brackets, just to conclude, we're going to get x plus y, x minus xy plus y squared into x minus y into x squared plus xy plus y squared as the last term. So that concludes this lesson. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, goodbye.